ladies and gentlemen, we told you about India's largest mobilization of the tri-services since Operation Sindoor for the exercise Trishul 2025 in the Western theatre. Forget all this AI warfare. Forget the AI videos, ladies and gentlemen. There will be real war one day, and we are ready for it. Now a fresh NOTAM has been issued. This one is in the Eastern theatre, in the Bay of Bengal. This NOTAM is likely for aerial exercises that will span over 11 days. So we're going to be active in Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, Western border. And interestingly, the Abdul Kalam Island, India's missile testing facility, is also within its radius. Something important is happening. Something even more important will happen. Here is what we know.
Just a couple of days after India announced its largest military mobilization since Operation Sindoor, the tri-services exercise Trishul in the Western theatre, India has now announced a second NOTAM, this one in the Bay of Bengal. Starting from 10 a.m. on November 3rd, India's third NOTAM in the Bay of Bengal in the last 2 months will last for over 11 days till November 14th. Reports suggest this NOTAM is for aerial exercises set to be held in the Bay of Bengal. Notably, the NOTAM in Bay of Bengal coincides with the other NOTAM in place in the Western theatre from October 30th for exercise Trishul 2025. The NOTAM on the Eastern Front also includes restricted area near Abdul Kalam Island, which houses India's missile testing facility. The development comes just few days after India tested a variant of Agni missile last month. While Pakistan is busy rushing its Navy chief to Sarkrik and its top general to meet Yunus and Bangladesh army officials, India's message is clear, with exercise Trishul in the Arabian Sea and now the NOTAM in Bay of Bengal. It's a never-before level of defense preparedness and projection on display.
General Bishamar Dayal, Major Samar Paltur, Major Nadeem Raja Faisal. Time to talk business, time to get ready for a real war. And that's what we spoke about at the Forces First Conclave, the largest military conclave Republic Media Network hosted along with the Center for Land Warfare Studies and the Indian Forces. Now, General Dayal, this NOTAM is drill over the Bay of Bengal. What do you make of it? You know, this is, we are escalating our strategic capabilities with something big. We had a massive missile test on the Bay of Bengal. October 15th, we declared a 3,550-kilometer notice to Airmen, short NOTAM. Now, what are we doing this time? Are we testing intercontinental ballistic missile class missiles? Is this going to be Agni 6, Agni 7, building upon the 5,000-kilometer range of Agni 5 and signaling our ability to strike far beyond our borders? This is what is being speculated. What is your reading, sir?
Arnab, firstly, Jai Hind. And let me tell you, this is a tri-service exercise going on from 30th to 10th, 11th of November. When we have three Shakti, when we have Trident, or when we do this exercise, all three services are involved. India has a massive air power. Despite shortage of 10 squadrons that we keep talking, India has a massive air power in this area. India has a massive naval capability. We have two proper aircraft carriers, and then large number of ships are involved, large number of brigades are involved. Then India has got a massive army. I mean, we have got the largest mechanized forces, not this side of Suez Canal, but I will say, except Russia and America, probably we will have the largest mechanized forces and most trained mechanized forces. So when you exercise all these, and then we have got host of other forces today. We are actively in space. We are with electronic warfare. there is a unmanned aerial complete core almost which has come up over last year and a half. And then we've got a massive missile capability. Today, Indian missile capability, both in terms of strategic and tactical, is massive. So when you carry out an exercise like that, when you integrate all this, when you mobilize them, when you carry out this, then you need your airspace to be absolutely free of interference, right? And also to send an appropriate message to our adversaries. We have a hostile nation. We have got nations which can't stand India. But we got to tell them that this is our capability and dare not. We still follow one thing, that dare not trespass, we will be executed. So this is the way to convey our military power, our military capabilities, and it is also to exercise ourselves in case of an eventuality. How will the three services, how will their communication work, their synergy, their entire operations, how will it be integrated into space, electronic warfare, into cyber warfare, and also in the modern systems, So there is a huge communication involved in it, huge preparation involved, mobilization, to mobilize one strike corps of India, whether it is two strike corps or something located somewhere in central India. When you mobilize these strike corps, you are mobilizing over 1,000 combat vehicles, tanks and ICVs, over 1,000, host of air defense systems, artillery systems and engineers, So this sort of exercise was required. It happens quite often. Every year, every service.
But defense observers.
But we do synergy.
But defense observers, Bishambar Dayal, defense
observers say this is basically they are the paper tigers. They have proved to be a paper tiger. Whatever General Saab is saying, that mechanized or division,
that's Major Nadeem from Islamabad.
He is using all the terminologies we use in the army and in the military.
Listen to me.
Please let me clarify.
Stop talking.
Just 1 minute. Major General Dayal, 1 minute. You spoke out of turn, Major Nadeem. General Dayal is hitting back.
Major Nadeem, whatever. Listen to me.
Louder. Bishambar Dayal, louder.
Listen to me. Nadeem, you have got nothing to match T-90s and BMPs when I talk of mechanized forces. Believe you me, if the Indian polity during Ops in listen to me. If Indian armed forces had mobilized the ground forces and we had crossed the IB on the ground with mechanized forces, our border will rest on Iranian border, not on your border. Will rest on Afghan border, not on your border. Let me tell you, you have no answer. Last time when we did an exercise like this in 1987, Jiaul came running for cricket diplomacy. He came to Jaipur. You are talking to somebody who knows your mechanized forces by like fingers. Your tanks, your ICVs, they don't move. Your tanks have never moved. They are lying dead. Done. Now your T-80s are done. Your T-85s are poor copy of
Chinese. सर एक छोटी सी बात कहते हैं कि आपको बाउट के बाद जो मुक्का याद आए ना वो अपने मुंह पे मार लेना चाहिए जाएं और अपने मुंह पे मुक्के मारे
1971 में क्या किया आप मारो अरे 2 रेजिमेंट थी पूरा बांग्लादेश उड़ा दिया उन्होंने 2 रेजिमेंट थी सिर्फ 19 आप मारो मुंह पे मुक्का अब मारो तो सही मुंह पे मुक्का
अभी क्या आप अपने मुंह पे चल रही थी आप अपने मुंह पे जाके मारे
अरे क्यों 90,000 आप छोड़ के गए थे कारगिल में आप छोड़ के गए थे डेड बॉडीज को राइट अब आपने छुपा रखे अपनी जो कैजुअलिटीज हैं जो आपके एयर बेस आपने छुपा रखे बात सुनो देखो मैं नदीम आपसे देखो नदीम इंटरनेशनल दुनिया
बड़ी बड़ी बातें कर रहे हैं ना Fact is,
ladies and gentlemen, the reactions from Pakistan. That's Raja Faisal. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
But there are deficiencies.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute. Raja, listen.
You lack courage.
Listen. 93,000 cowards who dropped their pants.
Courage?
93,000 cowards who opened their belts and dropped their pants. Which country in the world has 93,000 cowards who opened their belts and dropped their pants?
And you knew it.
You dropped your pants.
That they are restraining.
You dropped your pants during 1971. You dropped your pants. You opened your belts and dropped your pants. I have the picture.
You had no courage. You had no courage to come face to face.
Show the picture. 93,000 Pakistanis who dropped their pants.
आपकी एयरफोर्स बहुत बड़ी है
Should I show your
बड़ी
pants?
होगी,
Should I
लेकिन it's not the gun that matters, it's the man behind the gun that
The
matters.
men, these are not men. These are not even half men. They drop their pants, Raja. Raja, Pakistanis drop their pants. Does any country drop their pants and open their belts?
Shame on you!
Arnab sir,
You guys, you both are grandsons of those 93,000 prisoners of war. Your bloody ancestors were losers. ये देखो, ध्यान से देखो. Look,
अपनी हसीना से
Look at
पूछें
this.
और उसकी जितनी भी कैबिनेट
Look at this.
ना उससे पूछें.
look at the reality. ये इसे कबूल करो. ये देखो, ये तुम्हारे बाप दादा है.
25 war,
ये तुम्हारे बाप दादा है.
latest situation.
ठीक है. Please understand, these are your ancestors. Your history is this. This is your past.
दुनिया में मुंह छुपाते हुए फिर रहे हैं.
This is your past. ठीक है राजा फैसल.
नहीं होता था.
And firstly talk sense.
ऑफ नहीं होता था.
ठीक है. Now let me tell you one thing. तुम्हें लगता है कि तुम्हारे पुराने यूक्रेन के आउटडेटेड T-80 UDs का नाम तुम अल खालिद बना के उन्हें लेटेस्ट फाइटिंग टैंक बना लोगे? तुम्हें लगता है कि तुम्हारे 1970s के ब्रैडली टैंक्स will be operational and functional now? You think your Bakhtar Shikan will be able to match the latest equipment that the Indian Army had?
जंग हुई थी उस वक्त
क्या बात कर रहे हो यार?
उस वक्त किधर
क्या बात कर रहे हो? You do not have
पहले भी आप
any latest equipment. तालिबान तुम्हारी पैंट उतार रहा है.
उस दिन किधर थे?
Remember, Taliban doesn't even have a proper army. Taliban has stripped you of your uniform. तुम्हारे G3 राइफल, तुम्हारे MG43, ये सारी मशीन गन्स सड़कों पे घुमा रहे तुम्हारे. शर्म आनी चाहिए. अच्छा मुझे ये बताओ, फ्रंटियर कोर के तुम्हारे फ्रंटियर कोर के 33 प्रिजनर ऑफ वॉर का क्या हुआ? What is the status of your frontier corps के 33 prisoner of war? आज तो पीस टॉक फेल हो गई. Today's peace talks have failed.
ये इससे जो पिछला सेगमेंट था ना वो फेक न्यूज के बारे में था.
Prepare yourself.
उसमें ये आपने बोलना था.
I will send
ये बात उसमें लेके आनी थी आपने.
मैं ट्रक भर भर के डायपर के भेजूंगा.
इससे पिछला जो सेगमेंट था ना
डायपर्स,
ये उसमें बात करते हैं.
पाकिस्तान आर्मी.
दूसरी बात ये है कि अगर आप पूछना चाहते हैं ना कि वो क्या बना है, उस पीस ट्रूस का क्या बना है, वो अभी भी इंटैक्ट है. वी स्टिल रिस्ट्रेनिंग.
ये बनेगा. ये
और तस्वीरें हमारे पास भी बहुत है दिखाने को. तस्वीरें आपने अपने पास.
अरे दिखा दो.
है जो कि हर शो में मोबाइल आगे करके तस्वीरें नहीं, प्रदर्शन अगर आपको दिखाना है ना तो मई 2025
फोटोग्राफ. ये तुम्हारे बाप दादा है.
जो कुछ हो गया है ना,
दिस इज योर पास्ट लेगेसी. मार खाना, अफगानियों से भी मार खा रहे हो. कितनों से मार खाओगे यार?
जी
एंड मैं एक और बात बता दूं, जो आपने इब्बत्सम जहीर को जो लश्कर तैयबा का बांग्लादेश भेजा है, अगर आपको लग रहा है कि बांग्लादेश को एक्टिवेट कर दोगे तुम दोबारा मार खाओगे. एंड इस बार अगर बांग्लादेश में आप लोगों ने कुछ एक्टिवेट किया तो हम भी केपीके में कुछ एक्टिवेट करेंगे. हम भी कोई ना कोई हरकतें करने वाले हैं. So let me tell you, your honeymoon is very limited with Bangladesh.
I don't know what do you want. What do you want from Pakistan?
Your honeymoon is very limited with Bangladesh. You don't have much time.
No, we don't want anything from you. The only limited point, we don't want anything from you. But the only point here is, Major Nadeem, I'm saying something to you.
Major Nadeem भी नकली है.
Major Nadeem, everybody has an औकात. Now, you don't have much of an औकात when it comes to your forces. Nadeem, 1 minute. Nadeem, the Indian Air Force is today, the Indian Air Force, volume down, listen to me. The Indian Air Force has overtaken China. The Indian Air Force has overtaken China to become the third most powerful air force in the world. This is a historic shift, Raja, in Asia's military balance. You should study it carefully, not be an illiterate. Unpar like Major Nadeem. As per the World Directory of Modern Military Aircraft, the Indian Air Force ranks ahead of China's PLA Air Force, not just in numbers, but operational capability, readiness, training, and technological sophistication. You need to understand a few things. You've bitten off more than you can chew. Now this NOTAM. Let's go back to the NOTAM. Let's go back to the NOTAM and 1 minute. Don't
Forget about the NOTAM.
Why should I forget about the NOTAM?
Armored Corps.
Why should I forget about the armored corps? You're going to play with guns.
He has the answer of the General Saab. Let me answer the General Saab.
No, Samar, he can't answer a specific question related to the forces on Republic. On Republic, the most military-ready channel in the country.
This is the... ये जो लड़कियों वाला ये जो पिंक हैंकी है ना, keep it for yourself. Of Shivangi only. I am not showing.
You need this for yourself. Mr. Pinky Boy, you need this. You need the pink color for yourself. It looks very good on you. It is matching your personality. Major Nadeem, Major Pinky Nadeem, you're looking good with a pink cloth in your hand.
But Nadeem prefers pink. The story and the headline right now is, Samar, Nadeem prefers pink. You don't have to make your preferences obvious on Indian television. Raja, for some reason, volume down for him. 1 minute. For some reason, which I don't know what, he has a certain preference. He likes pink. He likes the color pink. He may like to dress in pink clothes privately. But I don't see a reason why he should make his preferences for pink and his other preferences obvious on national television in India. I think it's wrong.
There's no harm in it.
There's no harm.
There is no harm in it.
I'm not saying, but am I interested whether he likes pink or blue?
No.
He likes pink. Let him like pink, but what has that got to do with a military debate?
Arnab, I must
Let's go serious again.
Listen, Arnab, wait. Please put it down. Arnab, I must remind him that in Longowala, we only had a very small act of anti-tank weapons. And their entire brigade left the tanks burning and ran away. That is history recorded in their own books. Their own people have recorded that. In Longowala, the entire armored brigade, they just abandoned the tanks, left them burning and ran away. That is it. In Basantar, they did the same thing, right? In Basantar, and when Arun Khetrapal wrote the history on Jarpal, they did the same thing.
Let me clarify.
Arnab, I'm telling you, Arnab, if our community tomorrow decides that we have to fight a land battle, believe you me, our borders will rest on Iranian border, because blue cheese will accept, blue cheese will welcome us, and we will go and rest our border there. There will be no Pakistan. There's no Pakistan. India, you must understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I'll only speak on this camera, not that. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I would like to inform everyone, including the Pakistanis, that the notice to airmen, full frame, not with everyone, for a major aerial exercise in the Bay of Bengal is active from November 3rd, 10 hours IST. There is a fresh NOTAM which has been issued. 1 minute. I guess don't go. Wait, Raja. Wait, Raja. Something big's happening. I have breaking news. We have just been informed.
My Joint Chief is...
We have just been informed something very big is happening, Samar. A fresh notice to airmen has been issued over central India.
NOTAM.
It includes Gwalior, from where our jets took off to hit Balakot. Something big is happening, Bishambar. Samar, something huge is happening. There's a fresh NOTAM issued over central India.
So we would not like to disclose what is going to happen, but
we have to do something. All of India wants to do something with Pakistan now.
You can't do anything.
I think the time is coming, Samar.
You can't do anything.
They wanted to do
it in the answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready for a real war.
They shouldn't be in the air.
A real war. A fresh NOTAM has been issued. This is called a notice to airmen when there's a major aerial exercises. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to tell everyone today, this is huge because this is a NOTAM for 25 days.
Why are you issuing
3rd November to 28th November. Nadeem, don't cry. You opened your belts and dropped your pants the last time in 71.
Now you
a fresh
agree?
NOTAM for 20 plus days over central India. Fresh NOTAM in the Bay of Bengal.
Now
a massive
our planes
military
in-
exercise and mobilization along the western border. A possibility of an ICBM launch. And the entire mobilization of one of the largest military formations in the world. Or the entire, all over the world now, Raja, all over the world, all defense journalists across the world are studying what India is doing or about to do. It's huge. It's massive. I wish whatever we are doing and whatever we are preparing for,
let me tell you,
whatever we are doing and whatever we are preparing for, the Republic Media Network is solidly with the Indian Armed Forces. Nation first, no compromise, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bharat's time to strike back. We'll teach them a lesson at 9 o'clock tonight. We have elections coming up in Bihar. And Prashant Kishore, ladies and gentlemen, big trouble. He's got 2 election ID cards. We'll talk about why that's so wrong when I'm back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.